Have you ever wondered how the humble flyest that fly became one of the most ubiquitous creatures on the planet? And why, despite all the advances in technology and civilization, we can't seem to escape them? What if I told you that flies, in all their buzzing, annoying glory, have a fascinating, often overlooked history that goes back millions of years? Let's dive into the world of the fly, one of the most successful survivors of Earth's evolutionary journey. It's hard to believe that these tiny, buzzing insects have been around for so long, but they actually have a rich story to tell. Strap in, because you might just rethink your next swat at one of these little guys. Flies belong to the Diptera, order meaning to wings in Latin. But before they were those pesky creatures landing on your food, they were part of a much grander story. Millions of years ago, during the Jurassic period, flies evolved from more primitive, winged ancestors. By the time of the dinosaurs, flies were already buzzing around. They played crucial roles in the ecosystem, acting as decomposers and pollinators. Some scientists believe flies were even among the first creatures to help break down the decaying matter of the massive prehistoric plants and animals, paving the way for new life forms. Fast forward to today, and flies still serve a vital ecological role. But what's most fascinating is how they've managed to adapt to nearly every corner of the Earth. From deserts to rainforests, they've thrived on, let's be honest, they've thrived on us too. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because, spoiler alert, humans haven't always been kind to the fly. Picture this: early humans living in caves, just trying to enjoy a meal of freshly caught game when Bama fly lands in their stew. Not exactly the dinner guest you want, right? As human societies developed, flies began to interact more and more with us. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians and Greeks made observations about these creatures. But it wasn't until we started farming that things really changed. The domestication of livestock led to flies becoming natural pests around farms. But interestingly, humans began to rely on flies for more practical purposes, too. Ever heard of the fruit fly? These little guys have been used in scientific research for decades. Their rapid life cycle makes them ideal for studying genetics. And on the flip side, flies became key in the development of biological warfare during the 20th century. Humans were manipulating them, intentionally breeding flies for specific traits, sometimes with unexpected consequences. But flies haven't exactly had a walk in the park. While they've survived in nearly every environment, modern human actions have pushed them into new challenges. The increasing amount of waste in our cities provides flies with plenty of food but also exposes them to hazardous chemicals and diseases. We're creating environments that are ideal for them to thrive, but at a cost. Interestingly, flies have developed resistance to many chemicals, including pesticides. A study from the University of Toronto found that common houseflies have been evolving to resist various toxins that would have once killed them. This resilience makes them even harder to control. And let's not forget the rise of disease transmission. Flies are major vectors for diseases. They carry pathogens that can lead to infections in humans and livestock. But here's the twist. While humans are fighting to eliminate flies, we've also created environments that perpetuate their survival. Can we truly win this battle? The truth is, flies are survivors, but their very existence challenges us to look at our relationship with nature. Are we really doing what's best for the planet? Or are we creating a cycle of damage? What does it say about our modern world that we're coexisting with creatures we've both created and despised? It's almost poetic. These tiny creatures, constantly swarming, buzzing, surviving are, perhaps, a reminder of how little control we actually have over nature. The more we try to push them away, the more resilient they become. And maybe that's the ultimate lesson. So, next time you swat at a fly, take a moment to think about its journey, millions of years of evolution, human influence, and the surprising resilience of nature. And hey, maybe we could stand to be a little more adaptable, too, don't you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think flies will outlast us all? And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of flies, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the natural world. Let's continue exploring the amazing, often surprising creatures that share this planet with us.